What is up, people? It is me, Monster58, and welcome back to another video review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears. With the new wave hitting really early for me, I got this wave, probably the earliest I've ever gotten a wave in relation to when it actually should be released in retailers. So really excited, but obviously I'm also really excited the fact that this is Gears. This is a character I don't even know, couldn't tell you when we got a figure of this guy last, but this is a character I connected with as a kid because one of the seasons of G1 that I always watched was season 2 because I had a DVD box set of it given to me by one of my older cousins who I haven't seen in a very long time. I hope he's doing well. But yeah, he gave that to me as a kid, and the first episode was Changing Gears, which was Gears' episode. Gears, also amongst his mini-bot brethren, is one of the last mini-bots that we have yet to acquire, and I'm really happy to finally have him right now. So taking a look at the box here, you can obviously Transformers Legacy United. You can see the G1 Universe Autobot Gears. You do see some nice artwork of Gears in his little truck mode here. You also see the nice Transformers logo, then the Generations Takara Tomy as well. Got some more nice artwork of Gears here on the side of the box. Got some more nice artwork here of the 40 years of Transformers, and then finally your obligatory product shots of Gears. Transforms in 12 steps, and you do have this awesome feature right here, which I will show off in robot mode. So without further ado, I think really that's it for the box. So well, ladies and gentlemen, here we do have the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears out of the box, and I gotta say, this truck mode hits a lot of good notes, but also doesn't hit good notes. It's very funky to me. I was talking about this, like thinking about how I wanted to say this. Still sort of having trouble describing it, but if I put a picture of the actual truck, so I'll put one right here above my finger, I feel like this truck is on stilts because the pickup truck, although in the cartoon, although it was, raised off the ground, it looked like it was a lot more squat. And now I know that, it's kind of weird to compare to G1 cartoon accuracy, especially because G1 cartoon accuracy is so varying because of the animations that they did, right? We see Prime, for example, Optimus Prime with his face mask, without his face mask. Sometimes characters are completely different sizes and stuff like that. Characters have different voices. Like, we all understand the very, rough parts about G1 when it came to the animation, even some of the voiceover stuff like that. So when it comes to this guy, my biggest issue is the fact that he's on stilts. I wish he was just lowered down just a fair bit more. In addition to that, my other issue is mainly like this section here. It doesn't look very smooth. Like, I wish this was a little more well done to where it looked a little more streamlined, but it's a bit chunky in this section as well, and that's not a real, good look for the side of this truck. And the absolute last one is there's no taillights or anything like that. It's just his chest, which we'll see when we do the transformation. But yeah, it kind of sucks in those aspects, but let's talk about the good. So the good stuff. I say the paint is really nice. This is Gears colors. Blue is spot on. The red is spot on. You also have the very nice details here. So you have the grille painted silver. Got these silver painted parts of the headlights there. Then the actual headlights themselves are also painted yellow, which is nice. The red painted bumper with the molded in details also nice. I also like how they went with a painted windscreen, like painted windows and stuff like that, instead of actually doing like transparent ones, because these will hopefully last longer. I'm not sure if that's transparent plastic painted over, but still, I do like that it's painted, more cartoon accurate. I also do like the nice silver here on the hood. I also do like the Autobot logo, and some nice molded in details all around. Otherwise, you see the very nice black wheels with the black tires with the silver. Now, the mushroom pegs kind of ruin it a little bit, but other than that, I do think that that is the good stuff. So again, the paint on this thing is really well done. The details are also really nice. It's just the proportions of the actual truck that kind of bother me. Now, when it comes to his gun storage, the reason I'm storing it like this is because although you could store it here on the side, because he has, as you can see, he has two 5mm ports, two on each side, and then he has two up top here. Unfortunately, when it comes to his 5mm on this side, even though you would ideally want to store the gun here on this side, what we do see is like the peg is just short. It's like too short, and the fender here, right here, is too fat. So when you're trying to push this in, it just ends up being a very loose connection. Like, I can just I can just do that, and you can see that it comes out very easy, which does blow a bit, but at the end of the day, it's not awful. When it comes to vehicle mode storage, most collectors aren't even going to do that. This is mainly obviously for, a kid audience, but at the end of the day, it would have been nice for maybe this fender to be a tad bit more, less chubby so that you could actually fit this gun in on the side and make it look a little more streamlined for the weapon storage. But other than that, that's really it for the vehicle mode. So as usual, we are going to be doing some comparisons. So actually, we're going to leave gears in the center here. Alrighty, folks, here we do have gears compared to the Deluxe class Earthrise Wheeljack, as well as the Deluxe class Speedia Velocitron 500 Cosmos. As you can see, I wanted to pair him alongside a more standard-sized Deluxe versus mini-bots, right? So we get an idea of how big Gears is in comparison to other figures that you're more than likely going to display him with. I'm going to be displaying Gears with his mini-bot brethren, so to have this scale is really nice to see, regular Deluxe, mini-bot Deluxes, so very, very nice to see, and this should be good scale. I mean, I don't see anything personally wrong with it. He's about the same sort of feel and size as Cosmos. Cosmos is obviously just a little bit chunkier because he's a UFO, meanwhile Gears is a pickup truck, but at the end of the day, this is solid scaling, no complaints for me here. Alrighty, folks, back to Gears, and since we've gotten the gun out of the way, we're actually going to do the transformation, which is exceedingly simple. So to do the transformation, first thing I like to do is to untab this section, and then you can just essentially rotate this down. What you can then do is you can fold this in and just leave the chest untabbed for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these sections. So you're going to see these sections, you can just grab them here and you can rotate them out like so. We'll do the same for the other side, and then you just flip these down and then these become his heels. So you basically have the bottom of the robot already finished, and you're going to already see his little head right there. So we're going to move the camera up here just a little bit. We'll set him back a bit. Now to transform the rest of the way, very easy. So take the arms, you can rotate these out. Now what you can do is you can take this entire top section of the truck and then rotate it back, flip the wheels in, and then just fold this back. Then last thing here is you're just going to fold the chest in, and then you can fold the chest down, and then you can just rotate the arms down. Like I said, incredibly easy transformation. But once you're done with that very, very simple transformation, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears in his really awesome robot mode. And yeah, guys, I absolutely think that this is a home run. This is what the figure really does very well. The only complaint, really, my only major complaint with this robot mode is this. So you can see he does have a backpack, but at the end of the day, Gears had a very clean look. Like, I'll put a picture here. We'll set Gears off to the side here. We'll put a picture of how he looked in the actual cartoon right there. When it comes to Gears, as you can see, he's a very clean robot. Like, there really aren't that many truck parts showing besides his actual, wheels. Like many of the Autobots, many of the Mini-bots in general, right? They just showed the wheels. And so, I'm really not that angry that he has a backpack, although it does have a sore spot, right? It is a sore spot in the figure, but at the same time, I'm not really angry about it, because making that sort of fit, it would require a lot more engineering to maybe fit it inside the chest, kind of like a la Optimus Prime style, something like that. But taking a look at the details, you can see, man, that head sculpt is so unique, and it is so Gears. Like, very nice silver for the paint on the face. You can see the very nice blue for the eyes, the very nice molded in nose and the mouth. That's Gears. Like, that is absolutely Gears. You can see some nice silver paint here. You got a really nice Autobot logo, more silver here, nice blue for the arms, some decently molded detail across the body coming down here. Much of this is obviously just detail that we've seen in the truck mode, but overall, this is Gears, and I'm really, really excited to finally have this character, as I've been wanting us to finish the mini-bots, and to finish those mini-bots, we need ourselves a Gears here. And so, just like I showed you just a little bit ago, we're going to zoom out just a little bit here so that we can get a little more of a better shot. We're going to do some comparisons, so we'll put Gears here. Alrighty, folks, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears compared alongside the Deluxe Class Earthrise Wheeljack, as well as the Deluxe Class Speedia Velocitron 500 Cosmos. As you can see, he scales very nicely. He is on the bigger side of the mini-bots, so obviously Cosmos here, I believe Warpath would be in that realm as well, where they are clearly the bigger, chunkier mini-bots as well, and so Gears fits right alongside them, and I think he scales perfectly with that. And so if you've got Wheeljack, and then you've got Optimus Prime, you've got Ironhide, Trailbreaker, Inferno, any of the main G1 Autobot cast before the 86 movie, you have an idea of how big this guy is, and I think he looks great amongst his Autobot brethren. Alrighty, folks, speaking of that, let's get into the accessories. He does come with his gun, which I didn't show off, but here you can take a look at his gun. Decent, nothing crazy, just black molded plastic, decent detail, nothing wild, but you can obviously very easily take this and put it in his hand like so, like that. Very simple, and then obviously he can wield it. And then the other feature that I'd like to show is in his chest. So if you open his chest here, you can see all of that mechanical detail. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, he has his own episode called Changing Gears. And so in that episode, essentially, the synopsis is that Gears is sort of like a mechanic, and the idea is that Megatron sort of finds out that that's the case. And so what Megatron wants to do is to make a machine very similar to what we saw in Revenge of the Fallen, where it essentially harvests the energy of the Earth's sun. So essentially, their sun harvester, which I believe is where Michael Bay got the ideas from this episode, Changing Gears. And so what they did is they essentially took a personality chip out of Gears, his regular personality chip, so that he would sort of follow whatever orders Megatron would give him without actually questioning him. And obviously the other, end of that is Megatron would kill him if he didn't do anything right, or just hold him hostage for something Optimus Prime wise. But yeah, really nice that they added that little detail from his original episode. It's kind of like what they did with Beachcomber, right, where they gave him his little bird from the Golden Lake episode. So really, really nice that they're doing this for these mini bots that maybe got their one-off episode where they were the focus. So very, very cool, and very, very happy with that. And so with the accessories as well as the features out of the way on this guy, let's get finally into the articulation, which I will say is a really big up for this guy. This guy has incredible articulation for being just a deluxe figure, and I'll show you exactly why. So let's remove the gun, and we'll set that off to the side here. So the head is on a ball joint, and surprisingly, you can look a decent bit up and a decent bit down. You can do a full 360 as well. And what's cool about this head is that despite its awkward shape, if you just lean this back a bit, you can get that full 360. It actually is surprisingly well articulated. So very, very cool. Their shoulders on a full 360. You can go out, you can go in. You have a rotation at the upper part of the bicep. You have way more than 90 at the elbow, especially for transformation. And you even have wrist articulation in a figure like this. That's awesome. And then you do have full waist, which is even better for a figure that doesn't require you to actually ever turn the waist in transformation. Then you can kick forward, you can kick back about that far, you can kick back pretty far. You do have way more than 90 at the knee, and then you do have some pretty wicked ankle articulation. So this guy, I'm just going to show you, he can absolutely do the splits, which is amazing, like that. Right? Oh, I mentioned you do have a rotation of the upper part of the thigh. But yeah, he can do the absolute best splits ever. This guy is extremely well articulated for just being a deluxe figure. Now, that's a huge plus for me when it comes to this. Absolutely amazing articulation. Alrighty, and with the articulation out of the way, the last thing to do is the reverse transformation. And indicative of the transformation going from vehicle to robot, going back from robot to vehicle is also extremely simple. So first thing I like to do, so we'll straighten them all out, and then we can do the top here first. So we'll fold back the front of the truck, fold the wheels out, fold the chest down, and then you can tuck the arms in. I would recommend you straighten the fists so that they fit. So straighten them out like so, and then you can just rotate these arms in. Keep this all like this, and then all you got to do, fold this down, and this will all click. So what you'll notice is that there are tab holes right there on both sides, and then you do have little tabs right there on both sides of the truck, and then you just got to very easily tab those in. Nothing crazy, just push, and you're pretty much good to go. Then from here, what you're going to do, you're going to unfold the heels, and then you'll just rotate these up like this. Then unfold the front of the chest, fold this up, and then what you'll notice is that there are two tab holes right there, and then there are two tabs there. All you do, tab those into place, fold this up, rotate the wheels out, and ladies and gentlemen, here we do have the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears back in his awesome little pickup truck mode. Alrighty, folks, so for my final and concluding thoughts on the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Gears, this guy is a really solid figure and is exactly what personally I wanted out of a Gears. Now, this figure is not perfect by any means. I do think that the truck mode looks like it's on stilts, and I also do believe that the proportions and some of the molding are a little bit off, and I do think it looks a bit funky, but I do think that the paint on the truck mode is really well done, and I do think the details are also very well done. There's just certain aspects of the proportions that I'm not the biggest fan of. Transformation, very, very simple, but we come to expect that with the Minibot line. They have relatively simple transformations, nothing crazy. I think one of the craziest we've ever gotten, probably like Warpath and Cosmos. Other than that, the other ones haven't really been that bad at all. When you finally get into that robot mode, that is where this figure shines. Despite his backpack, which is his biggest detriment, he's incredibly well detailed, and he looks exactly as he appeared on screen in the G1 cartoon. The other thing I really did like about Gears are the accessories. Even though he just came with his little gun, at the end of the day, adding the feature of allowing him to open his chest just for his one episode is really cool, because I feel like, just like with Beachcomber, it's nice to give him an accessory or a feature that is indicative to the episode that he was, the main character in, right? Changing Gears, that's his episode, right? And so, in addition to that, the other thing I love about his robot mode, besides the paint, besides the features and the accessories, is the articulation. The articulation for a deluxe figure is out of this world. He has articulated wrists. His head is on the ball joint. He has so much ankle rocker pivot. He has a waist joint for a deluxe figure, and I think that that is amazing. You can get this guy in so many cool poses, and I think that that's awesome, and you obviously see that in the photo section at the end of the review. But without further ado, I think out of a 10, I got to give this guy an 8. Again, those detriments are still detriments, and like I said, the figure's not perfect, but it is a figure I do highly recommend, and I especially recommend you buy it now, because this guy is going to be a hot commodity soon if you don't pick him up now. This is a mini-bot, just like me and everyone else. Everybody's been waiting for mini-bots, and so with that, yeah, I think that's about it. I did pick mine up on the Big Bad Toy Store, so leave a link in the description to that. I'll also leave links in the description to Amazon, as well as Hasbro Pulse, so you guys can pick him up there. I got really lucky with my order that they arrived so quickly. In addition to that, when it comes to this guy, he should be hitting your retailers in a couple months. I think it's like a month or two. I was just very lucky that Big Bad Toy Store ended up getting him right away and then sent it right over, like, as soon as they had it. Like, they had it in like the day of that I ordered it. So pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me in the socials. Those will be linked down in the description below. And with that, guys, I once again thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and to catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.